Welcome guys back to the channel. In this very video today, I'll be taking the account from $7 to $700 trading forex. In this very video today, I'll take account because in this very point the trade have currently broken out from this zone. I'm expecting a major breakout because at this very point there is some rejection at this very area, because in this trade needs the market tend to take out a lot of people that are actually heading to a direction, because in this very point a lot of people actually be heading to the downside, because at this very point there was a very big move here and the trade was currently from this very point. See what the trade was doing at this very area. The trade reach this zone, retest this very area, retest this zone, and currently it have broken out from this very zone. So currently I'm expecting the trade to go buy up to take out this very high. I'm expecting the trade to take out this very high at this very point, because the aim is to take the account to something very massive. Currently we're making profit. This $7 account we entered in full positions. Currently the trades will go to take out this very high. That's a very big high there. If the trade take out, then it can start retesting to direction that it wants. That is what the trade will do. So currently watching the very trade and see what happened here. So currently I'll be closing this trade in profit. I've closed up positions currently, close up positions in profit. This account is from $7. We are closing profit because as I'm closing profit, I'm gathering more capital to trade my next trade and flip it to something very massive. So currently from $7, we're currently up in $16.03 in the very trade. This is how we did ASAP. So currently, the trade is heading to that upside direction, because this trade will have to retest a little bit before start pulling up to the upside. And if you check from this very point, you see that these trades have currently been at this very trend. If you check this trend, you see this trade have been on a down period for so long period of time. And if you check, the trade will currently be going to buy to this very high. That's a very big point here that the trade need to go and retest to. That's a very big high here that the trade currently needs to go and retest to, because of this area. So from that area, I'm seeing a very big high there the trade needs to retest to before it can start pulling up to the downside. So currently the trade will go to retest to this very area. This is the point the trade needs to go and retest to. At this very point, this very area, that's where the trade is going to. So currently, let's be taking our more buys, because a lot of people expect the trade to continue pulling down. I'm expecting the trade to buy for the meantime and give me profits in this very trade. So currently, I'm making my lot size 0.02 lot size with the trade. This is how we did it to go to the account to $700 ASAP to a mighty height. So currently, let's enter our buys to the upside with 0.02 lot size. Let's enter our buys and see what good has for us just now. Let's see what's good for us just now. Everything must be in profit. This is what we do. It's a big assurance and a big confirmation from me. At this very point, I've entered our trade. I've layered the trade well at this very point. So from this very point, I entered my trade. I entered on that trade because I increased my lot size and more. I entered the first trade to go the capital from $7 to $16, and I entered my next trade to flip it to a massive and a mighty height. So let's watch and see what good has for us, because if you check it, the currency pair that I will use to flip the account to a massive height is XUSD, and XUSD is what will take the account to something very massive. And let's see how XUSD will do it for us, because one thing I like is about the volatility. The trade is very volatile and can give me what I want within some sec. So let's see what XUSD has for us. So guys, the trade is currently buying on up and closing our trade in profits. Close up positions like this. The trade bought very high. See where the trade bought from. At this very point, see what happened here. The trade started buying very high. This trade is started buying very high, and currently from $7, we are currently up in $3.12. I'm closing our trade in profits. So currently we closed our trade in profit, and from this very point, see where the trade is here. From this very point, the trade bought from this very zone and bought to that very height. Currently from $7, we're currently up in $45.79 ASAP. This is how we do it. This is how the mighty height is elevated to every time. What I told you before, what you need is just the right strategy to flip the account to something very massive and take it to a very massive height. So currently This M is to go to account to $700 in the very trade from $7. And if you see what happened here, you see that the trade have currently tapped into this zone. I told that the trade will tap that zone to grab liquidity. So currently, this trade is going to sell down from the very point. Now I've seen it going to sell down from the very point it have tapped into, because at this very point the trade have tapped into this very recent highs here. So currently I'm entering my sell. I'm increasing my lot size. Yes, I keep on trading. I'm increasing my lot size to go into something very massive. I'm increasing 0.10 lot size, and I'm entering a sell. I'm entering purple sales on the very account now. I'm entering sales on the very account of 0.10 lot size. Let's see what gold has for us now ASAP. Let's see how we can take the account to a mighty height. Let's see what XUSD has for us at the very point. You see, we entered our sales from that very point, and I expect it to drop down massively. To drop, because one thing with the trade that when the trade pull up with velocity, the trade must retrace at this very zone. So currently at this very zone, and when the trade to retrace at this very zone, it was reacting for long. The trade was reacting there for long. Currently we are already up in profit ASAP. This is how we do it ASAP. Let's see the trade drop. I'm expecting the trade to drop. Gold must drop now. So currently, let's see, because at the very point, the trade needs to react and retest at the very zone before pulling up to the final upside. That is what I'm expecting the trade to do, because at the very point, there's a lot of space here. There's a lot of space here. The trade have grabbed enough liquidity. At the very point, I've buy very high. I told you when I'm telling you things, that is what the trade is doing. That is the reality of trading. Because once you're trading is all about you understanding the analysis, understanding the structure, understanding the equilibrium of the market and everything. So currently I'll be closing my trade in profits, close up positions in profit at the very point. I closed in profits. Let's see, close up positions in profits. Let's see XUSD. So currently we are up in $78.09 ASAP. This is how we did it now. We ended the trade in profit now. This is how we just did ASAP. So currently I'm putting the trade to pull down to that very point, because you see the trade is currently pulling down, but we ended in profit because this a major risk we took and we secured our profits. I'm putting the trade to pull up to this very zone. When the trade retraces here, I'm taking a buy to the moon. I'm taking a buy to the upside. Let's see what XUSD hacks for us. So guys, we currently entered our next positions on gold ASAP. We entered the sell from the very point, because the trade are currently broken out from this very zone. So if the trade breaks out from this zone, that I'm expecting the trade to sell, and from here to buy, because the current trade currently broke out from this zone. So currently I enter my sell. Enter my sell at the very point 0.20. I enter more sells at the very point. Let's see what XUSD has for us. Let's take the account to a mighty high. The M is taking to $700 in the very challenge now. This is what we are doing now. Watch and see, because at the very point, these trades have grabbed enough liquidity, a lot of money, that this trade was meant to sell from the very onset. If you were the very trade, the trade that I was trying to pull out and be dragging resources. So currently the trade have dragged enough resources with the pulls, and currently it is expected to sell down massively. It's a big confirmation for me, and we are expecting the trade is expected to sell down massively and give good profits. And currently a lot of people, your targets can be at this very point. That's your first target, and also your targets can also be at this very point, because at these two areas the trade is going to retest to that very point. Let's see what XUSD has for us. So guys, at this point we're up in $100 and something ASAP from a $7 account. See how the trade is pulling down massively velocity. A confirmation from me. So currently, once with me, I'm closing all trade in profits. Currently we're up in $114.93 and have gathered more capital to enter my last trade to flip it to a massive high. So currently I've entered my last trade. I've been increasing my lot size to 0.50 lot size, because as I'm trading, I'm gathering more capital, and I'm increasing my lot size because I've seen the target of this very trade. The target is down, so currently trade is heading downwards. So currently, let's see, I must sell at the very point. Enter sales at the very point. Enter 3 sales with 0.50 lot size. Let's enter sales to the downside. See, we're already making profit ASAP, and let's see what XUSD will do for us just now. The M is to flip it to this very point. That's the M. The trade is selling down massively. The trade is selling down massive. Let's see what XUSD has for us. Let's take the account to a mighty height. The M is $700 just now that you are taking this very account. We are taking the very account to a mighty height. Let's see what XUSD has for us. So guys, we're currently up in $200 and something. I'm closing out trade in profits. Close out trade in profits. At the very point from $7, we're currently up in $239.93. ASAP, everything is in profit. This is how we do it, and this is how you can trade your account to a mighty height at any given period of time. So currently, what I'm expecting is a retest, because at the very point, the trade was currently retesting from this very area in the past. So I'm expecting a retest at that very area. So guys, we took our next trade in this from the very point. You enter the sell from the very area, and the trade is currently selling down massively. I'm closing this trade in profits. Close this one in profits. ASAP to secure this profit, and I also close this one in profits. Close in profits. Secure profits. So currently we are up in $200 and some. So currently, let's see XUSD sell down massively. If the trade rejects to that very zone, I'll be entering my sell again, because at the very point, the trade have created a chart pattern you need to understand, because this chart pattern is respected in the market every given period of time. At the very point, the trade created a head. This is the head and shoulder pattern the trade created here, and you need to see it just now. This is the head, and these are the shoulders. So currently, head and shoulder pattern signifies a downward trend. At the very point, you see a head, and at this very point, you will see a shoulder and also a shoulder at this very area. So this trade is currently selling down, and currently I'm closing out trade in profits, close all positions in profit. From $7, we're currently up in $651.38. The M is $7. I need to take my last trade to flip it to a mighty height. So at the very point, I'm entering a buy at the very trade. I'm entering a buy at the very point. I'm entering buys. I enter the mid division buy at the very point, because I'm expecting to buy before the trade can take out the normal trade. Well, I've currently reached our threshold of $7 from a $7 account. This is what happened. It is selling from buying from the very point to the upside. So currently, I'll be closing out trade in profits, and currently we are up in $925.13. Mighty heights